Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are from at the moment. And I hope that kindness and love and good support and all beautiful, lovely things are coming to you today. I'm going to do a little tiny tarot card reading for you today. And I'm just going to mess the cards so I can put them together because I can't shuffle. A tarot card reader who can't shuffle. Interesting, but I can't. Okay. Let's put these together. For those who read things from the Bible, there's a little chapter. It says John 1.11 and 1.13, and it's just a verse that came to me spiritually. But if you would like to read it and look, then you can read and look at it, which is very interesting. Put that back. Okay, so I've got 4 cards. I'm just going to do a little reading, and I'll start with. Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles. So that's a card, and we have someone who's working a lot on things, and financially they're able to have stability in looking after themselves and their future. And also there's been many turbulent waters in the past, and you've come through many different things. You've been very amazing and very focused with how forward you have come through. And grapes, I wonder to say if this is some relevance to you, but I do see grapes and moving to a place where there is warmer weather and moving to help you with your health. And that is something that I feel is a positive for you, and you need to get stuck into working out a plan of what you want to do with your life. And for work, I see you can have your own business if you'd like to, or you do have your own business, but it's actually putting effort into your business. I feel like there's been time away from things and you haven't connected with things in the same way you used to. Things are sort of getting away from you, and you need to come back to that place because it helps you have balance, because sometimes you have a lot of thoughts, processes that go over your head, and lots of things come in and out all the time. We also have a judgment, which is to do with legal situations and judgment, and someone who's been judged, and this person has been judged and they're being judged unfairly. I get 3 people. These 3 people follow the narratives of what these other bullying people say, and whatever they say about a person, rather than believing what they've been told by the person, or what they have been told, or the person has been explaining to them. They don't want to believe that person. They want to believe what their friends say or what these people that know them say, and they're going on things which are baseless, and it's not correct. And someone is wanting to cause and inflict problems, but the problems are trying to cause and inflict are problems that could have been resolved in a much more clearer way. And sometimes it's I think it was Plato Aristotle was talking to, I can't pronounce the man's name, it starts with Thy, a long name, and was talking about justice and talking about power, more or less, and explaining that power is the most important thing. And Plato piped back and said, power is something that, basically saying power is something that people go to and look to and aim to reconnect with because there's strength in power. However, sometimes people have power, but people who have power built on untruth, and not truthful situations. And because they hold that power and the reins of power, they actually can't see the damage that they are creating at sometimes, because people are following the leader and following what this person is saying and doing, because they want to have that person believe all the negative things that are going on, because in course of that person in a high area being able to believe the negativity about a person, then that person will start being unlawfully truthful and unlawfully try and get rid of somebody through the area of what's it called? It's a legal word. Entrapment, of trying to create any single problem they can just to get rid of you or someone that you love or someone in your life. And they want to go to that point of view so they can feel safe in their life. But their part of their life is to look after people and look after the people underneath them. And if they can't do that, then this person is creating or wanting to create drama or problems so that person can quietly just go. But that person's not going to quietly just go, because the truth is not what's being put out here. There's cover up and covering people up, because these people have been friends and friendships groups have been within these legal situations, and so they're protecting the people that are being spoken about, because they don't want them to be hurt or harmed. However, the person who's speaking up, they would rather them just go or find some way to fire them or get rid of them. So just remember to speak your truth. Remember to keep diary of records of things. And someone is out there trying to create drama and problems and situations based on unclear truths, and the truths that they are saying are not necessarily a true fact. And the more people that come together, the stronger and the more powerful, like a football team, these people come together, the more empowered they feel, and the more they feel they can abuse and put down and manipulate this person, because they have the power and the people to do that and to undermine the truth of what that person says by having other people in high authority areas not believing them. I hope that makes some reference and sense to somebody. Have someone where the world is your oyster, but you have to look at yourself and start to take care of what you eat, what you're doing, what you're putting into your body, what you think, what you feel, because all these things that we put into our body, the emotions that we think and feel, affects our health. And we want you to have clearer health and have a more positive outlook in life. And to have a positive outlook in life, you need to start within yourself, and you need to start looking after you as a person and looking after your health and interests, and try not to take drugs or alcohol. Do what you can do, but in respect of doing it in a very small dose of things. We also have someone who's caught up in a lot of drama and problems and things like that. It's not their fault necessarily. The drama and problems are happening around them, and the causation has been that person has been ridiculed. And it's like when it's like a Joan of Arc trial, or a trial where someone's a witch and someone's put them out to be stoned to death, and letting all these people just stone them to death, and like saying in a higher level, go for it, get rid of her, get rid of him, get rid of that person, get rid of the people, get rid of them, just go for it, do what you have to do to get rid of them. That will come back to bite you. And if that's happening to you, whoever that person is who's putting that out, that will come back to bite that person, and it will not sit very well with them in their future, and it will not sit very well in their future production in their life. You need to hold yourself high and realize that you are special and different within yourself and unique, and you need to hold yourself up higher into being a more positive person, and start looking at yourself. You don't have to look in the mirror because it's very hard. Start looking at yourself and realizing what you got, what gifts God's given you to give to others. You're very special, and you have an amazing ability of being able to help people that need help at certain times. But you need to start helping yourself and having love within yourself, and from that there'll be positive situations and more positive outcomes that will come for you. I have happiness coming up for you. Happiness is coming into your future. There's more happier times that are coming up. And we have someone who's standing up there and protecting you, and there's someone who's coming into your life to protect you. This person's sort of like Archangel Michael. It's like a guardian, but they're a real actual person, but they're able to help you in your life and what you need and want for your future. But it's also setting up boundaries and situations and stability. So to be with somebody else, or this person who's coming, you need to have more stability in yourself and realize how special and unique you are as a person, and that you deserve love just as everybody else does, and that the ground is now more stable, and there's more things that will pass you by, and there's more positive thinking that you need to start doing. Positive thinking is not something that's easy to just flick to. Sometimes it's very hard. We have to go forward, and from going forward we have to start thinking that our future, if we want it to be bright and happy, we need to start thinking in a more positive productional way, so that from that production of thought comes more harmony and more peace. And try not to think of negativity. When negativity comes, try really hard to push that negativity away, which can be very hard. It's retraining your mind into having more positivity within you and yourself. I have the King of Wands, and I feel like someone's putting someone out to putting the sheep out to the wolves, for the wolves to kill, or the wolves to murder, or the wolves to just take out whatever they want, and not have any deeming thought for how this is going about, to not care because other people have said things about them, and rather than believing what that person has said, they believe what these other people have said, which is very foolish. And it's a coward's way of looking at things in life, a very cowardish way of looking at things in life, because someone has come because they need help to you. They need help because that thought that you can really help them, and they did the right thing by coming to who they think could possibly help. But this person, this particular person sits in their chair high above everybody else, and they're just basically wanting the wolves to deal with the people, that person or the people, whoever this person is, and until they eat the whole entire person away, more or less, so there's no proof of their existence, they will continue with this badgering. And it's got to stop somewhere in that person. Even though they're in a high chaired area in their life, there will be repercussions because of this, and repercussions because of the way that you've been acting and taking this on, which has not been positive, and it's not been on a positive account. And you can't turn around to people and say, I know, if they come to you, I know you did nothing wrong, it wasn't you, it was that person. And then someone else comes, I know it wasn't you, it was that person, and that's because that person acts and behaves like that. That's gaslighting, and that's basically putting someone out there into the firing squad, to making sure that everybody else can see, yes, that person in this high place thinks similarly about this person, based on all these negative other people's thoughts processed together. And then as a conglomerate, I can't say the word, connectively together, they think negatively, and they start the abuse, and they started abuse because now someone in the high area chair person says it's okay to do it because I say it's okay, so keep doing it. And so these people keep doing it. It will come back to bite you in the ass, and it will come back to bite that person, whoever's doing it to you. If this is happening to you, it will come back to bite that person on the ass. And I get 3 people again, but now I get 3 people with stabbing a person. So I've got a male and female, and I've got people from over another side of the river to somewhere else different. And these 2 people are wanting to stab somebody to death, and just keep getting, and not helping them whatsoever at all, doing very little to help them, and just letting other people deal with them, basically throwing out the baby with the bathwater and telling a dog, wild dog, eat it, just eat it, get rid of it so I can't have to deal with it. That's cowardly. That will come back to bite that person, and legally that implication of what they have done has been recorded, will be recorded, and that person will have to pay the price for what they are saying and doing. I do have Justice again, a Justice card. This is one of the end cards I have. And I do feel that there is balance coming up. You must stand up for yourself if this is happening to you. If you are someone who you are doing this to, then you're not going to win. You're not going to win because you can't continue to act and do these things because it's wrong. And you know that it's wrong. And you know that by having people come in and do things dishonestly to find out whatever you need to find out, you yourself are causing problematic, irreversible damage and such horrible things for your future because of these narratives that you're bringing on board based on lies and based on because someone doesn't like somebody. Very similar cards I have. Very similar cards. But you need to get everything together. You need to get yourself together. If you want something to run smoothly, you need to put things in the right order and the right direction for it to run smoothly. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to protect somebody, then protect them. But if you're someone who's joining the pack, the herd mentality, more or less, so to speak, where they're just following the lambs off the edge of the cliff because that's what is easy to do and it caused no problems. So people sometimes, what they don't understand, they kill, hurt or harm, because if they don't understand a situation or they don't understand the person talking about a situation, if they can kill, harm, hurt or get rid of that person just to get rid of them so they don't have to deal with the context, then they will do that. And that is not going to be very beneficial for anybody, and it will come back. It will come back to bite somebody on the ass, and it is very damaging, and it's also wrong, and it's not a thing that should be happening. And sitting in little groups, getting together, having lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever it is, and talking about this person or that person, you may not think anyone is hearing or listening, but God is always there. God is always there, God is always listening, God is always there. So be mindful of your words, be mindful of the way you treat people, and be mindful of things. And if this is happening to you, then these people, the repercussions are going to come back to them, and it will come back. So people who destroy what they don't understand, will try to get rid of them. And these people who are trying to destroy have got their own karma coming up. They really have. And it's going to bite them back, and bite them hard, because God knows truth and honesty, and being the best person that you can be and always be honest and good. Treat somebody how you would wish they treated you. Treat them like that, and don't just agree because someone else agrees and says something horrible about somebody just to be in the in crowd. Don't do that. You're not making friends just to be cruel and go along with everybody else. That's not friendship. That's just people who just can bully up and talk and discriminate, what have you. You don't need that. You don't need that. You need to be around people who are positive and loving and kind. And sometimes if you can't find that, sometimes it's best to be just by yourself. You don't have to speak with other people. You don't need to. Just speak with who you have to speak to, and avoid having communications because you don't need to. Okay, last 3 cards. There's 2 cards there. Just go here. These people who have been, I've said this before in the reading, there's 3 people, 3 women who've been saying horrible things and saying terrible things and believing dishonest truths. They are going to find out the truth, that the truth is not what they've been led to be believed. What is the truth is what has been the truth that someone has been going on and saying for a long time. And if this is you, these 3 other women, 3 people that are in a situation are going to want to befriend you eventually and have you as a friendship person in their group, and have you be part of their life as much as they can have if they can. However, this is happening not because of who you are, but because who you will come to date and who is coming into your life, because they are wanting you to be you and you to be a type of someone who has something they own. They're wanting to show you off because of what is or who the person is that's with you, not because of who you are or what they really think of you, because behind closed doors they still say things which are not true and not nice. But they're wanting to be friends for the wrong reasons, not the right reasons. I get again, it's like multiple sclerosis, and I get again something about honey, and honey has some property in it that will help you feel well and help you in your body, and it's more the honeycomb honey with the wax, and it's that type of honey, and you can purify it a little bit so the wax is not there as much, and pour boiling hot water over it and sort of dissolves the honey a little bit, and the wax dissolves a little but not a lot. But there's something in that that will help you in life. You need to stay steadfast at this moment, not go too closely into jumping into the fry pan before the fire, jump into the fire pan before the fire, or however that is. Don't burn yourself, don't go in and just jump into something, just leave sleeping dogs lie at the moment, and you will see the truth will come out, you will see the truth. But bide your time, be kind and be caring, and don't let those people who are unkind and caring, and normally in a group environment together who have been friends for many years, haunt you or disrupt your life or your future, because they continue to act like that. They've done it to you, they also would have done it to other people as well. You're not the only person this has happened to or that's come across. It's really important for you to be mindful, be good and kind and loving, and treat people the way that you would like to be treated. One last card is finding your true happiness within you, finding the love, the harmony, the frontal and forward future for yourself. You can create the most beautiful future, but it begins with you and nobody else, and you need to start looking after yourself. As hard as it is getting up and doing something, even if it's brushing your teeth, it's still something, but you need to make a start, and there needs to be more of you who believes in yourself. And the hardest thing is to change the reverse thoughts of what we have, which are negative into positive. It's one of the hardest things to break, but you need to change that. And there is a beautiful future coming up there, but you must believe in your health. You must believe in positivity and that you will get well. Thoughts and beliefs and harmony and kindness are beautiful, but you must believe in them, and believe that people do make mistakes in life. There are some people out there who can be cruel or unkind or hurtful and just not be the right person that they could be in their life. And I want you to remember that those people similarly just keep acting the way they are and will continue to act the way they are. But the thing is, you know who you are as a person, and you don't need to believe the negativity of these people who are grouping together to cause harm and bad intent and think the possible worst they can about you, rather than believing the truth, only because they don't understand the truth, and they don't believe the truth because they don't understand it. And what people don't understand, they kill, they get rid of, they stop processing because they don't understand it, and they don't have the time to come in to understand it. But there is a future there of love and happiness and a good person. You need to start breathing, start relaxing, learn to meditate, be proud of yourself for all the trying to stop drinking and taking drugs, whatever it is that you're doing. I do see change. I do see you trying and putting in effort to try to change. I do see that it begins with you, and you need to start loving who you are. You can do anything to your heart's desire, perfectly beautiful in your future, but you need to start believing in who you are as a person and that you can get through things and that you do deserve good and that you are a beautiful soul. My name is Electra. I hope you've had a beautiful day today, and I hope that your day is filled with love, kindness, and joy. And if you can share, share. If you can subscribe, subscribe. If you don't want to, that's okay, you don't want to. At the bottom of this, I'll put my Etsy page if someone wants a reading. I haven't done one as yet, as I've said a few times. It will happen at the right time when it's meant to happen, because I'm still a little bit nervous about doing it online for someone I don't physically see in front of me. But I don't know how that will be, but I do always try to do the best I can, and I want you to believe that you deserve goodness, you deserve love, you deserve kindness, and you deserve to be the best person you can be. And those people who are not loving and treating you with respect and kindness and being disharmony and having disharmony around them and portraying it onto you as if you are the person who has disharmony and that you are the problem. Those people only say that because they don't want to face the truth. And the truth is, they just can't handle the truth. They can't handle the goodness and the kindness of who you are. But the truth starts with who you are. And for you to be a good person, don't hurt, harm, or cause conflict or bad things for others. And don't think of it either in your mind, because that's still very negative energy, and it's very important for you to feel that you can forgive and go forward in life. My name is Electra. Have a beautiful day, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. God bless.